Today you join me in the car building side of automation because we're doing something a little different today. And what we're doing precisely requires us to build a chassis that can, well, seat 4 people comfortably, and, well, this is a viewer suggested engine that we're doing. So yeah, it's going to be a little longer video, so enjoy. So the reason why I'm building a car firstly is so that we can talk about the engine. The engine that we're going to be building is the Koenigsegg Gemera Inline 3 engine. I might have done an engine similar to it in the past, so let's go build it and we'll talk a little further about it. So it's going to be a 2-liter inline 3, although we don't have the 3-valve technology, we do have dual overhead cams with 5 valves, and also it's going to be a fully billet bottom end, meaning forged billet and forged heavy components in the bottom end. This of course is going to be a compound turbo setup, because the one in the past I believe was a regular single turbo. So we are going to do something different as well with the fueling, which we are going to be using my favorite fuel. Which I know isn't exactly accurate, because I mean that engine runs on regular fuel, meaning 93, 95, 98 octane or RON. So yeah, we're doing things a little different. And the reason for it is because the engine and the electric drive unit supposedly makes 1700 horsepower and 3500 newton meters of torque, which, if you don't know, is freaking insane. I mean, this engine by itself makes 600 horsepower, meaning the engine we're basing it off of, and the electric motors make up the rest. So yeah, I'm pretty excited to see where we go. My power goal for it is around 1700 horsepower, I believe, because I would like to match it and see if it's even, well, possible to match it that way. And as you can see here, we are already at 1000 horsepower, so it looks like it's gonna go pretty quickly. Now that does not take all the time that I spent off camera doing all the modifications and testing and stuff like that with these viewer suggested engines, because I like to test something before I show it on camera, just to ensure, well, it's not going to be a complete and total mess up. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy, and if you do have a engine that you would love to see on the channel, do let me know down below. I love reading you guys' comments, and whilst you're there, let me know what do you think of today's video, because I like to get feedback from the people who watch it. And thank you to everybody. We're almost at 1000 subscribers. We are 101 away from the subscriber count 1000. So we're almost there, and according to today's date, which is the 17th of February, I am at 899 subscribers. So we're almost to 1000. I would love for us to get there, and then it's just the watch hours. So thank you for listening to my rambling, and enjoy our video that we got ahead of us. Thank you. So as you can see, we are making 1600 horsepower, and we are still 45% reliable. I'm pretty damn happy with that. And I do see we're running into some power complications, if you will. So I think we're almost at 1700 horsepower. And our pistons are getting quite stressed, so I think we need to verify everything is good down here. Looks like it, so let's go back to our rev limiter and lower it a little bit, just to give the engine some more room to live. Although it doesn't do much, it does do some. I've got a feeling we messed something up, and it's probably to do with the intake side. I will have to go and look in just a second, and then we'll mess with that and see what's what. We're going up with the RPM rev limiter again, as well as lowering compression a little bit, increasing spring and lifter tension. Let's see, yeah, I made that manifold way too big, so I will go and fix it in just a second. Not mess with boost down here. Okay, interesting. Let's go here and let's lower it. There we go, 1750 horsepower. We need a little more. I think, yeah. I do apologize if there's any background noise. There's some rain going outside, so yeah, it's gonna be pretty different. But anyways, Getting back to the 1762 horsepower engine, that's freaking nuts. I absolutely love it so far, and we are almost to a number where I'm happy. Let's see if I can't get a little more out of the engine. I don't believe I'm going to get too much out of it, but I do believe there's enough to go a little more. For advanced timing, it does help, but not much. That's one thing I've learned. Some engines like a lot of timing, some don't. This engine falls in the likes timing but not too much category, so it is all good. 1800 horsepower. Let's see if I can get a little bit more out of it. So yeah, that was a concern I was thinking of, which is our engine exploding. So that will always be a concern of mine when it comes to these engines, because we're pushing it to a limit where this engine shouldn't really be. But hey, it's for science and I like to prove the engines can do it. Look at that beautiful engine. We're going to do 2 dyno runs, one looking at the engine, one looking at the grass. So let's see what this thing sounds like. Wow, this engine sounds very different than what I'm used to, so yeah, this was an awesome engine. Thank you for the suggestion. Let's go continue building the car and setting up all our powertrain and suspension and stuff like that. Now gearing, I'm probably gonna go something absurd, so 503 mph because why not? We have 8 speeds of gearbox and our final drive ratio is 4.96, which that's a very tall gear, meaning it is very short, so to speak. I'm not a gear expert, all I am is a dude on the internet with a PC and playing this game, which is kind of fun to me. So I'm not gonna go too high with the quality sliders, because I would love to stay under $500,000 as a budget, so to speak. So I mean $500,000 for a 4-seater machine that can reach 500 kilometers an hour, which is also ran on nitrometric, which is a very expensive fuel. So yeah, probably not the most economic engine. If I probably would make this a street engine, it would have 1600 horsepower, 1500 horsepower on the 85. Probably the way I would go about it. Maybe twin charge it just to keep it somewhat reliable, so to speak. But even at that power level, it's still pushing the limits of reliability, which I've got a feeling we're gonna run into some issues just due to how it is set up, meaning how the game's mechanics are set up when we have to do the track setup, because as you can see there, we're not probably gonna get the best. So it weighs 1623 kilos, costs just over $445,000, which that's not much, and we have a top speed of 503 kilometers an hour, which that's awesome. Loading capacity of just over a ton, and as I said, weight is normal. Runs a quarter mile in 8.9 seconds. 8.98 seconds actually, so you can call it 10 seconds. So we're gonna go back up to where the bodyworks is, so just give me a moment and voila! Look at this thing. Looks like a little freaking off-road racing car. It actually does look like an off-road racing car, like something that you would see in modern rally stuff. So I just quickly had to go fix a couple of things, so yeah. Enjoy the lap, because I think it's going to be different. I'm hoping for just over a minute or 2 minutes, but we'll see. Holy cow, we just ran a 2-minute flat, or almost flat, lap time, which that was freaking awesome. Let's see what this thing costs in total. It's got a theory it's going to be a little more, so we make a little less horsepower just for reliability's sake. And we cost $457,000. So thank you so much for watching. I really enjoy building these types of vehicles and really do appreciate each and every one of you that stays to this part of the video. I know it was a little longer video, so thank you so much for watching. And if you stayed to this part, first of all, thank you. Second of all, like the video, subscribe, and we'll see you in the wonderful next video. Bye bye guys, and take care of yourselves. Bye.